There we go. I'm not on mute this time. I've actually remembered to turn off the mute button. Big ups to everyone tuning into the chat today. Now then, we've got a huge game upon us tomorrow. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I was sat at my desk trying to think of a predicted 11, and it took me like an hour to just get the names on the board, and now I'm still not even sure now. I'm having second thoughts as I'm speaking. So really, we're going to talk about this. We're even going to go onto a lineup builder and do it together, because genuinely, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm hitting dead ends in terms of my ideas for this match, because something needs to change. Big changes need to happen, because genuinely, PSG, my eyes have never been so opened before. I don't know why, but that hurt more than bottling a 3-0 lead to Feyenoord. It hurt probably up there with the Man United derby. My eyes, I feel, have been fully opened. Big change is absolutely necessary. Welcome to the chat, Alpha Vivike. Vivike. Again, sorry, I'm still not sure on how to pronounce it, but big ups to you for tuning in, and I hope you're well. But yeah, like I said, big change needs to happen here, because it's not good enough. It's not good enough over the last however long. Now then, I have got a predicted 11, but genuinely, I'm not sure on it, and we'll go through it together, and then we'll make one ourselves, because I genuinely, like I said, I don't know. Big ups to everyone tuning in here. We've got about 5 people here at the moment, so thank you all. If you could all hit the like button, that would mean a ton, because each one really does help. Score prediction, hopefully we win this. Yeah, welcome to Chat House Eve. Big ups to you. I don't want to not beat a Big Six team again. Even a draw would be really bad, in my opinion. We need to win, just like we needed to beat PSG. But I think we need to win this even more, because look, we lost to PSG, but we can still make it through that. But look, 38 game season of the Premier League. Points dropped now are detrimental. The title is basically gone. Top 4 could be if we're not careful. Fivika. Alf Vivika. I'm gonna hope that's it. I'm gonna hope I've nailed it. Thoughts on injury cycle? It's ridiculous, Diaz has never been this bad for injuries. And look, I thought maybe he'd been subbed off due to a yellow. When I heard he wasn't feeling good, I was dreading the fact that he had like a headache or something and he wanted to come off. For me, that would be like some of the worst mentality ever. But no, he's genuinely gonna go injured again, an abductor injury, which is not the best, to be honest. Alpha Vaka. Alpha Vaka. Oh, blinking it. I have to come back around to it. Oh, big ups for tuning in, though. Big ups either way. I do appreciate it. Top 4 is unlikely. If we lose this, we will lose to Arsenal and be 8 points behind them in Chelsea. Alpha Vaka, did I do it? Oh, big ups. There you go. Oh, well, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for teaching me how to say your name. Lose to Chelsea, then we will lose to Arsenal, then it's Newcastle, where they have a chance to go 12 points clear. Look, PSG needed to kick us on, really. It needed to give us the confidence, not just the players the confidence, it needed to give us the confidence. And look, PSG, I don't know how the players would be feeling after that. But Chelsea, we just got to forget about PSG. You got to think about Ipswich. You got to think about Leicester. You got to think about all of them, because those are the good moments through this season. But anyway, let's jump into my predicted 11. Look, I'm not sure on it because I genuinely can't I genuinely can't. Going from 2 goals up to 2 goals down broke me. It seriously broke me Wednesday. A right kick in the teeth. I know. I couldn't believe it myself. It was a ridiculous game to bottle like that. Chelsea, PSG, it felt like they were crumbling, but no, the moment we went 2-0 up, we crumbled, which is the funny thing to think. Look, starting with Ortega. If I see Ederson, between the sticks, I think that my hair will start to be pulled out, because I'm sorry, like, Ortega losing his spot, fine, arguably should have done better on that final shot of the game against Brentford. I think he can save that. I think it's savable. But oh well. Ederson came in, was sharp against Ipswich, and then had a disaster class in the second half against PSG. If he's not back, Ortega, I'll lose it. I think Khusanov and Marmoush, not Hayes. Yeah, Hayes was a question mark for me. I knew one of the centre backs were going to start because our injuries are that bad, but I wasn't sure if both would. I reckon Hayes might play out wide. Pep likes to have young players on the wings where they cannot make as many mistakes. True. There is some merit to that. Phil Foden was very much on the wing for a while last season. He very much got the chance of taking up that camera role, taking the reins properly, and he did very well with it last season. This season's been a bit more back on the wing. It's been in the middle a bit as well, to be fair. As long as I don't see Rico playing, we'll be in a better position. I don't think Rico is... I don't know where he is good. Look, I think Rico has the qualities on his feet to potentially do either. He just genuinely... He needs to... Summer, okay? If you get called up to England, don't go. Okay? I don't know if there's anything even going on for England in the summer. But for me, summer... Get in the gym, bro. You were getting muscled off the ball left and right. I saw it against PSG. I probably saw it in the game before it. He needs to get some meat on his bones, because teams will start seeing him. They've probably already started. They've probably already seen that he's a weakness physically, and he can probably be bullied off the ball quite easily. Now then, don't get me wrong. I want him to work out, and he has all the qualities to do it. He just needs to buff out a bit, because look, the two positions he's potentially playing for City are DM/8 and right back. Look at how big Kyle Walker is. He's by no means the biggest man on the planet, but he's not small. He's not small. And look at other midfielders we've got. Rodri, he's quite big, He's not the biggest guy ever, but he's quite big. Rico genuinely doesn't look that big. He's probably bigger than me, but I'm not that big either, to be honest, I'd be no good there. But, look, just genuinely, get in the gym, please. I pray. Ederson net will really worry me. Same. I know we've just come to accept this, but why? No Nico Riley and Jacob Wright. I don't know, I don't know. I feel FIFA's pain, because I know FIFA very much is on the point of play the academy over signing players. Look, genuinely, I would like to see academy players, even if it doesn't work out. What if we end up having a bit of a gem, like how United tested out Kobe Mainoo properly last season? Yeah, and Kobe Mainoo became a first teamer, scored a goal in the FA Cup final. And scored multiple important goals last season for United. Last minute winner versus Wolves, equaliser. No, not even equaliser. Goal to take the lead, I believe, against Liverpool. This season I don't think he's quite been as good, but last season he was an absolute gem. I think personally he's probably being played a bit too much, maybe. I think Kobe Mainoo could be really good. But I simply think, why aren't we like that? We've got one of the best academies in the world. Look how much money it makes. Are you telling me that we don't have another potentially Romeo Lavia level player? Nico Riley looks great, and Jacob Wright does too. Why aren't you even testing them, giving them a shot? If they play and they do bad, sure. But, how low can we go now? It can't get much worse for us. It simply can't. Anyway, moving into the defense of the prediction, I've gone right back Khusanov. Look, I think he could very much be drifting into the centre-back role a bit, because I think Vardy will probably push forward and it might become a bit more of a back three. But Khusanov right back ultimately. A wild shout left. Wait, let's put this on screen and we'll have a look. Alright, so wild shout. Left back Vardio, okay. Khusanov and Kanji centre backs. Right back Nunes. Midfield Kova, Silva, De Bruyne. Front three Savio, Haaland, Foden. I don't trust Silva. I'm on the boat of that. I want him gone in the summer, to be honest. PSG sold me. Front three Savio, Haaland, Foden. I get what you're saying. It's not a bad point. But we're just relying on... I don't trust Davidson. No, Davidson. No, I trust him, especially in his prime. I just don't trust Bernardo at the moment to go down midfield. Every time he's played as of late, I don't trust it. I love Bernardo. I'm really thankful for everything he's done so far for the club, and maybe he can still have some good moments. But this season, much like most of the players, it's been not great. Look, the last good pivot we had was against Ipswich, and it was Gundo Kova. And Bernardo's been awful for 2 seasons in a row. Let's be honest, Pep will sign. That's true. That is absolutely true. Pep loves Bernardo, Pep absolutely loves Bernardo. And he would play him even on Bernardo's worst day. Bernardo and Pep loves Bernardo, and Bernardo will probably be given it. There's very few games that he doesn't get the nod. The only game he hasn't played, we won 6-0. Very interesting. To be fair, we were playing against Ipswich, and then we played PSG. But I get what you're saying. We just looked a bit more threatening. I really don't trust Bernardo at the moment. I really don't. Alf, yes, we all know Pep is gonna start him. He's Pep's teacher's pet. But to finish off my point on Khusanov, look, for me, it's him at the right back, because Nunes, fair play to him for filling in a job that is not easy to do. But man, you really saw Barcola. He did a standard winger move on him. We saw Savinho do it as well. He did a standard mid winger thing where they just almost dink the ball through the legs of the player, and they've absolutely sent him, and it just unleashes Barcola down left-hand side and creates a goal. Last time we saw that happen, I believe, would have been... Well, last time I can think of it in a big moment in the Champions League, anyway, would have been Fernandinho in the Champions League, where Vinny Jr. just put it through his legs. Vinny Jr. goes down the left-hand side and basically slots it. So for me, I don't go for a midfielder at the right back this game. Chelsea got pacey wingers. They've got wingers that will take us on. Maybe Grealish instead of Bernardo. That's the thing, man. And, this is why we need a midfielder, because each midfielder we're talking about, it just feels like we're hitting a dead end on each one. Now then, do I think Grealish is probably better than Bernardo? Maybe. It's literally like playing with 10 men with him. He doesn't pass forward, he slows it down, doesn't defend, doesn't score, doesn't run as much anymore. It's such a shame. What's happened? Alf, maybe. Honestly, me personally, I'd want to start O'Reilly. He can't be worse. It won't happen though. I'm on this boat, to be honest. You know, I really do. Seriously, if Khusanov is dead aggressive in the tackle, I'll celebrate it, even if he gets a yellow. At least we have someone aggressive. Yeah, look, Khusanov, and good thing is about Khusanov. Okay, let's say he does get done on the wing. Okay, who's their left winger? I don't know, Neto, for example. He's just the one off the top of my head. Doesn't really matter though. Pacey winger doesn't. Khusanov is going to turn around and he is going to start running with his 37-kilometer potential pace. You know, because that is how quick he can go. He is rapid. He is super quick. And you sure as hell bet that he'll go in for them if he gets the chance to. And if he can do it. John Stones on the right centre-back. Look, it wouldn't surprise me if this guy comes off in half an hour due to injuries. So, honestly, I'd have a Kanji warming up on the get-go. Nonetheless, though, John Stones, look, that's kind of why I don't want a Kanji in, because I don't trust a Kanji. A Kanji's been so bad this season. You know, last season, I thought he was so solid. And this season, man, it's a shame that he's been probably one of our fitter defenders, because he just can't, because he can't do it. Can I do a tryout for Man City? I can run my passing. I can run very fast. My passing is mid, but I can shoot sometimes. I miss a lot of happens. Alf, I got man of the match. Yeah, honestly, yeah, sign me up to that too. I'm not very quick. I'm not gonna lie, but I will run. You know, I'll try and defend. You know, I will run everywhere on that pitch if I have to. Also, I'm not the greatest passer on the ball, but I can do passes forward, unlike certain players in our team. You know, I'll make runs and thinking, heck, man, I feel like I'm making a desperate cry here. I'd do anything. Give anyone a trial, man. Give anyone a trial. You know, go down to the park, watch some lads play, and see what position they play. See if you can do it. I am quick too. I can't lie. I was the third fastest in my high school year. I had a UK about college, and I've done racing. Yeah, pace not one of my strong suits. So I think I came last in a race once. Not because I was slow. Well, I mean, I am slow. I'm not very quick. I'd like to become quicker. My worry is Khusanov and Reis will have no protection from midfield because of our incompetent board right now. They'll have a stinker and their confidence is done for good. Can the full back and Chelsea fast on wings. Welcome to the chat, Marlon. Marlon, big ups to you. Yeah, we are worried about Chelsea's pace. That's partly why I've got Khusanov in. Now then, jumping on to Vital Hayes. Apparently, you can play either centre back, which is good. You can play either side. So, you know, give him a bosh. Why not? Like, genuinely, I wouldn't dare want to think of Akanji and Stones. You know, not that Stones is bad. Stones when he plays doesn't do too bad. It's just, man, like, oh, it's a hard watch sometimes. I was the fastest in my school since Vivaka. Fair play. Biggest game of the season, in my opinion. Definitely in the Prem. Yeah, I might have to agree. Blinking heck, who's messaging? Put this on silent. It's not important. No more important than Chelsea. Oh my lord, I'm struggling real bad. There we go. Flip it over. Vital Hayes, look, I'm not going to sit and act like I know how he plays and all that, but it can't get much worse than whatever Akanji's doing, so go for it. If we lose, I cannot see us getting top 5. For me, that's a disaster. Yeah, we need to get top 4. We do. Or top 5 technically is enough for Champions League, depending on how English teams do in the Champions League. At the moment, it's not looking so good. Vardy left back, look, probably out of the defence, he was probably one of the better ones. I think the mistake made at the end, it was unfortunate. But yeah, at the end of the day, we ain't got anyone else. Ake, who knows when he's coming back? So unless you want to give someone from the academy a go, for sure, it's got to be him. Unless you want to play Nico Riley again. I can't see Hayes starting. Who else? Akanji's been playing poorly. Personally, I don't think he'll start either. But this is just kind of what I partly want to see. I want to see this happen. But we're gonna go through one in a minute and make our own little 11. See if we can make something proper. Man City won't be getting coefficients in for England. Yeah, that's not going to help our case, but hopefully Arsenal, Liverpool, they're currently in top 3 of the Champions League, I think. And Villa are up there too, to be fair, so hopefully they'll carry us. If we can just get to qualifiers, we've got to be Club Brugge. Pivot, Kova, Gundo. Anything to not see Bernardo in here. Partly almost put De Bruyne in here. De Bruyne is pretty good. I thought maybe in this position he wouldn't have to run as much as he does at the cam, which means maybe he can fulfill it, but I wasn't confident in what I was thinking, so didn't go for it. Vardy injury coming. He's the only one who's not been injured, true. Zolis Hat-trick at the Etihad is loading. Bruges will not be denied. Yeah, Bruges are a good team. I'm not treating that like a freebie like some people are. Bruges are a good team. Any player but Diaz, and he got injured. Absolutely devastated. Worst possible player to get injured in this run. PSG first half, we defended solidly. When Diaz comes off, we crumble. Completely crumbled. That's probably because we went from having a leader to not. It's probably got something to do with that. But yeah, Kova, Gundo, I don't know what else to do. Look, I'd start academy players if we could. Riley, Wright, give one of them a chance. Give them both a go if you want. I want to do anything at this point. Try and get this right. Now then, right wing, Foden. Look, the whole front four didn't play superbly against PSG, to be fair to them. So, look, I'm trying to go in with this for some sort of clean slate. Foden, look, just continue scoring in successive Premier League matches, and I think I'll be quite happy. PSG wasn't a pretty look for you, wasn't a pretty look for anyone, though. So, please give it your best. Please, be willing to maybe take on your man. Don't shy away. Give it a bosh. Haven't really got much to say against for Foden. No, look, he's been getting a bit of criticism recently due to bad performances and only turning up against Ipswich and all that, and look, that's going to happen, but look, I think maybe a good game against Chelsea could snuff him out a bit. The media's on his back because of how good he was last season, probably, and that's going to happen. That's what happens when you're a big player. Team will get on fans will get on your back when things don't go in your way, and they haven't gone Phil Foden's way for most of the season, but as of late I think he's been a lot better. It's been a much bigger step in the right direction. Is it last season's form? No, but is it better? Yes. Left wing, Savinho. Look, I mean, I don't know what to do with left wing options. Look, he didn't have the greatest game against PSG. I didn't think he was awful, but he did lose the ball quite a bit. So I didn't think he was fantastic. Doku, I mean, it depends whether you think he can beat Reis James. Reis James has played the last couple games. He will probably play this. Reis James is a good fullback. I remember last year at the Stamford Bridge, he absolutely pocketed Doku. Do you fancy Doku to have the better of him this time? I don't know. I really don't know. And then there's Jack Grealish, which provides you something quite different to both of them, the control and stuff like that. Doku injured. Never mind. As long as it's not Grealish at left wing, I'm happy. Got 1 goal, should not allow him to start. Look, Grealish, I mean, if things go his way, he'll help you control the game a bit better and all that. But I don't know, to be honest, for Grealish. Left wing, that you could easily give this to Marmoush and you start De Bruyne at the cam. I mainly did this. I mainly put Marmoush at the cam because to give us a bit more legs. And then maybe you slip De Bruyne where Gundo is. I haven't decided yet. Again, I'm still all over the place in terms of what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I'm just kind of stuck in my own head. Give Slovenia's some chill pills so I can figure out how to finish them. Then we'll kick. I think the moment he gets his finishing nailed, I think the finishing is genuinely like one of the only things he's got left. Like scoring a goal from. Like, he has a lot of shots from the edge of the box, and maybe the moment he masters something like that, we're back on track with Slovenia. Well, no, we're not on track. It's first season for Slovenia as well. Give him time. It's such a rough first season for him. Not because he's playing badly, but because basically everyone's not playing the best that they can at the moment. So we'll see how it goes for Slovenia. I hope it goes the right direction, though. Hopefully this is one of the better games. Played brilliantly here at Stamford Bridge. Look, home crowd, maybe that'll just be even better. Marmoush at the camp. Look, it's a debut for him. It's a big game. He likes the big occasions, you might say. It really is a big one for him. A lot of people would judge him depending on how this game goes because it's City's big £80 million Egyptian player. I imagine if he has a bad game, Liverpool fans will start saying stuff like about how City compared him to Salah or something like that because he's Egyptian, or how City said this guy was the next Egyptian king or whatever. I imagine Liverpool fans will say that. I imagine Arsenal fans will start talking. I imagine all sorts of fans will start talking if this game doesn't go well. But look, I'm back in Marmoush 100%. He likes a big game. He scores against big teams. He scored 2 goals against Bayern Munich. Let's remember. Scored 2 goals, which won his team a 2-2 draw, which is pretty big for Frankfurt, to be fair. So, look, Marmoush, I'm hoping that he comes into this team and does the right stuff. Marmoush said his favourite position is right behind the striker. I hope we see him do a similar role to KDB versus Arsenal in the treble season 4-1. Partly why I've put him in the position he's in, because I heard him say those words. This is kind of more of a cam position that I've put him in here. But, I mean, he can probably push forward. He's got the legs too. So, yeah, Marmoush, favourite position being in that kind of area. Hopefully he can absolutely cook when he plays there. We'll be wearing my Marmoush shirt. Good luck, Omar. Yeah, good luck to him because I don't know if he'll need it, but the rest of the team does. But Marmoush, give it your best. No, I think all City fans will be proud to see you start, as well as our other debutants in the side today. So, tomorrow, whoever plays. I'm excited to see Marmoush. I think he will start, to be honest. I think at least one of these players starts. What about Foden as the 8 and McAtee on right wing? Look, I wouldn't say no to that, but if you think Pep's going to go for that, you ain't got a Scooby-Doo. You think Pep's going to go for that? I think you're talking some sense there, to be honest. But if I was the manager, maybe I'm listening to you. But Pep, there's no way he's doing that. The lowest he'll play Phil Foden is the 10 for me. I'd be so surprised. Tolek Ibragimov, welcome to the chat. Khusanov, hello. Hello to you. Did you see that video of him in training? Watch it. Wow. No, I didn't. I can guess I'll find it on City Extra or something. Big ups for letting me know. I'll give that a watch. I'll find it. Up top, Erling Haaland. Look, to be fair against the PSG, I think you only got one chance that you didn't really score, and it was a header. And of course, you scored your other opportunity. But look, I remember last season at the Etihad, Haaland, you had a stinker. It was horrific to watch. Rodri saved us at the end. I don't even know how many big chances you had, but you could have easily won us the game there with 2 hat-tricks. So please be wearing your shooting boots today, because genuinely, tomorrow. Genuinely, if you aren't wearing your shooting boots, I will be so fuming. Do you know what would be a bit of a curveball from Pep? Marmoush starts tomorrow at striker with De Bruyne as the cam, and Haaland is on bench. That would be a real curveball, but I'm talking silly now. We are unbeaten in 8 against Chelsea. Don't want to break that record. Yeah, I remember saying that we should be really trying to defend that. Give Haaland some doping. Would probably be our charges. Give him some new ones. Time to get some new ones. Anyway, let's hop over to lineup builder. We'll make a squad together now, because genuinely it's tough. It's a tough one. So I will quickly get it set up. Just give me a minute. Won't take a second. All right. Okay, so let's do this. I'll show you my screen now. Got it nice and prepped. No way he drops Haaland. Pep loves him. Yeah, I know. There's no way he'd drop him. He asked about dropping Haaland and said we'd be finished without him. And Pep and Reis, he said he has no idea where to play him. I think he might be joking there. I think he might be trying to play his cards close to his chest there. I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but again, it wouldn't surprise me if he's being genuine too. You can't really guess it with Pep sometimes. Unfortunately, he has to play against Bruges. It's basically a final. Alright, here we are. Here is the lineup builder. So we're going to start with Edison. If you just give me a second, I actually prefer to see the players a bit more like this. So we're going Ortega, not Edison. Don't know why I said that. Ortega. So we all agree on Ortega, surely. Am I correct in thinking we think Ortega should be in between the sticks tomorrow? Surely. Ortega, yeah. Alright, let me know if you got any differences in the chat. More than open to hearing them. Right back. Any better ideas to Khusanov? Unless you fancy playing Nunez. Any differences? Big ups for subbing to each other. And anyone who hasn't subbed to these two in the chat, by the way, this is the scene Alpha Varka. Yeah, just brilliant stuff. Make sure you go sub to them. TBH would rather go out in 16 against a very good team then be dumped out of the league around teams like Dinamo Zagreb. Yeah, good point. All right, centre back pairing. I'm going to skip that for now because I don't even know. Vardy's got to go at left back. I'd be surprised if we see that Nico Riley there. Any objections? I think I'd play Nunes. I'm going to guess you mean for where Khusanov is. Nunes, really interesting. Nunes. Okay. Interesting. Tiebreaker to This Is City. Yeah, This Is City. Khusanov at the right back or Nunes? Or someone else entirely if you've got a better idea. And then we'll see if we can discuss it between ourselves there. I have a better first touch than Nunes. What about you, Connect? Possibly. my first touch a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it's absolutely beautiful, and I touch it just to brilliancy. Centre backs Akanji Khusanov, right back Nunes. So this is Alpha Varka's backline prediction. Alpha Varka, Alf, no way, I can't stand Nunes playing. I'm sorry. Connect new, I'll say that probably. I knew that you haven't liked watching him as of late, that is for sure. So I'm going to guess that means you're going Khusanov at the right back. CBH, I don't want Nunes because of the bozo moments. Too many of them. Yeah. He has a lot of bad moments, doesn't he? Alright, I'll stick with Khusanov at these fullbacks then. Who are we thinking for here? I'm going to stick Kovacic here because I think this is pretty nailed on. I'd be surprised if Kova isn't in our pivot. Then we start to get difficult. Let me know what you guys think to centre-back pairing for now, and I'll start doing this bit. So, for me, you could go De Bruyne. A bit weird here to stick him here, but it means he doesn't need to run around as much. He obviously needs to run, don't get me wrong, but not as much as if he's here, because if he's here, he's got to go up here. He's got to go up here. Sometimes he might drop down here. Sometimes he might drop down here. Sometimes he's got to operate the spaces just here in general. He's got to make all the overlapping runs. Here, he doesn't need to do that as much, maybe. Maybe definitely making them sometimes, but he isn't the main guy doing them. That's what I'm saying. That goes down to whoever starts here, which would be Marmoush if you're playing De Bruyne there. So that would be another option. Are we doing what we want? If so, no to Kova. Then I'd have to go for centre-back pairing of Akanji Vardio, left-back O'Reilly or Lewis. Everyone speaks on Marmoush. In my opinion, he speaks very, very well. Everyone thoughts on Marmoush, in my opinion, speaks very, very, very well for being in an entirely different language. Like, seriously, his English was flawless. Yeah, I mean, I caught every word with no doubts. If so, no to Kova. Partly what you want, but partly who you think will start. Because if it was who we want, then I'm slipping either Nico Riley or Jacob Brighton here, or both. I'm slipping at least one of them there. It's a bit of what you want, but what you think's actually going to happen as well. Left back O'Reilly or Lewis. I don't know if I trust Lewis to not get muscled off the ball. You see, this predicted 11 is so difficult. I mean, if Marmoush goes there, let me know if you got any issues with it so far. I'll switch it instantly. But if Marmoush is here, there's no one else to go striker, so you have to stick Haaland there. Big ups to everyone tuning in, by the way. Do appreciate it. Let me know what we're thinking. Yeah, that's fair to be fair. So, Akanji Vardio is your recommendation for the centre back pairing, and then having either Nico or Lewis here. Alpha Vike says, "Are we saying Akanji slips in at the centre back?" Are we saying Akanji plays? Our issues used to be that everyone was too good and we couldn't decide. Now it's the opposite. I'll say my team now connect with realism and a bit of what I want. Okay, then. Feel free, type away. Because genuinely, I was left here for an hour trying to do this, and I wasn't even sure. 3 to about half 3 to about half 4. I was thinking about this 11, and I just can confidently say what I wanted. Oh, look, I don't know how fit he is, but there is always John Stones because he was fit enough to come off the bench. I don't say that with confidence. I really don't. Ortega, Akanji, Stones, Vardio, Nunez in the legs in the 6 at least. So wait there. So let me get this right. Elijah, welcome to the chat. We're currently trying to build our predicted 11 because I wasn't sure what to do. So Ortega between the sticks. Khusanov, Akanji, Stones, Vardio making up the back 4. I'm gonna guess. Let me know if I get any of this wrong. Nunez in the 6. Foden off the right. I'm gonna guess. Or is he in the 6 with Nunez? And then De Bruyne, and then Marmoush left, Savio right, De Bruyne cam, and Haaland up top. Does Foden slip in at the 6 with Nunez? What do we think to that? Big up Elijah, not Stones. Who do you play then? Who do you play? Because Ake's out, Diaz is out. Now Foden in midfield, maybe De Bruyne a tiny bit deeper. I can't lie, Bruges midfield is better than this. Alright, so again, let me know if there's any objections to this. So is this what you're saying? Is this what you're saying for the pivot? Nunez and De Bruyne? Vardio, Khusanov, Akanji, and question and then curious. Look, it's either Stones or look, I know this isn't the guy, but last I did this, he wasn't in the system yet. Nope. I know this isn't the guy, so just forget the face for a moment. Just forget what that is saying. There is always that. Our board is a disgrace. Look at this guy. We are struggling so much to choose a midfield. Nunez gives us legs. I hate Nunez as a player, but we need legs against Chelsea. Oh gosh, this is so bad. We should have a midfielder at least linked to right now. We've had Douglas Luiz. We've had Edison, but neither of them are happening by the looks of it. All right, let me know if anyone's got objections to what we're going for here. There we go. Look, this is the one spot that we're not sure on yet. So, who goes by Kanji? Pep never wants to trust O'Reilly. Tell me about it. Who goes by Kanji? Hayes, Poussey, or Stones? Because it's got to be one of them. It's got to be one of them. Or someone else, you know? Stones instead of Hayes. Hayes going for Brazilian League to City's biggest game of the season. It's too much to adapt, I can't lie. I would go Stones, personally. I'm on the Stones boat. Is anyone else not on the Stones boat? I know Elijah said no to Stones. Are you still with that? Or second thoughts? Because we've got literally no one else. So gutting that Diaz got injured. I'd be so much more confident if Diaz was in our back line. Pep needs to use O'Reilly because Kova and Pep needs to try to use O'Reilly because Kova and Gundo as our DM. Look, believe me, Elisha, I think that's what 90% of what City fans want, but it's like the likelihood of what we're not going to get. Plus, Hayes doesn't look very physical and muscular yet. Of course, he will develop. Never, ever, ever will happen, Elijah. We'd love to see it. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure who else would play. I think I might just have to go Stones. Because, look, I'm not confident with whoever plays there. Okay? I mean, I'd back Hayes because new player. I wouldn't not give him my backing. I mean, I'll back whoever goes out, but especially Hayes. But look, I'm not confident with whoever goes there. Because it's such a weird area for us. To be honest. Big ups to everyone tuning in at the moment. We are just at the end of our predicted 11 because this is a pain. Oh. Alright. I think we're gonna lock that in. We are definitely not seeing this team tomorrow, but I think this is what we're gonna see. No, I think that we're not gonna get any better than this. What is the point, man? Honestly, just sign a midfielder. You've done good in signing 2 defenders. Just sign a midfielder. I want someone else here, or even here, ideally. Please, 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 please. I think we're going to lock that in. Make us manager. Alright, so our predicted 11. Ortega in goal. Left back Vardio. Right back Khusanov. Stones and Akanji as our centre backs. Ahead of them in the pivot, Mateus Nunes and Kevin De Bruyne. A right winger Phil Foden. A left winger Savinho. A cam of Marmoush. And up top, Erling Haaland, number 9. There you go. Whenever we have Diaz, our defence is more solid. We are an instant upgrade when Diaz is here, but sadly, he's just not. Look, this stream has been one of confusion, doubt, and stress about what's coming. Tomorrow, we've got to go in feeling as good as we possibly can. Not just us, but the players too. Whoever starts tomorrow, we need to back fully. And especially those debutants play, because if they even make one mistake, they'll be ridiculed online. I think Marmoush can handle it, but I don't know how Khusanov and Hayes will react. But anyway, big ups to everyone who tuned in. This has been a bit longer for a preview than usual, but hey, maybe longer is better for these kind of streams that are so difficult to do and to plan. I'm glad to have done a predicted 11 together. It's a bit different, but genuinely needed your guys' help on this one because it was too tricky to do on my own. Big ups to you all. Make sure to check out Visa Sessi's channel. I know most of you already have, but also make sure to check out Alpha Varka's channel too. He's got great content going on over there as well. I believe he did a Chelsea preview already, so big ups to him. See you all in the next one, which will be Chelsea. the Chelsea watch along. Pause, says Alpha Varka. Pause. I'll give you a minute. What's that? Okay. Out. No. No. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Hello, Frostfury. You're just at the end. Big ups for you all for tuning in. I will see you all in the next one. Blinking heck. I thought that was going to be important. I thought you were gonna deliver some masterful tactics for tomorrow. Never mind. Anyway, see you all in the next one. Big ups to you all.